Alright, we're back with another commentary. This time we're going to be playing the Tier 9 USDD, the Fletcher. I think I've done one DD commentary so far. So this is going to be a nice change of pace, because I usually do cruisers and BBs, so I thought I'd try something a little bit different this time. Obviously there's going to be 4 DDs on each team, so it's going to be a bit of a cluster. And the fact that there is 4 DDs in each team, it means it doesn't really play into the wheelhouse of the Fletcher. I mean, from my experience anyways, anytime I try to like duel or fight another DD with this ship, or kind of any USDD, I always get my ass handed to me. I think this ship plays a lot better when you kind of stay on the sidelines to an extent, and you kind of wait for your opportunity, wait for the battle to play out a little bit, and then you start taking the opportunities that present themselves to you. So that's kind of what we're doing here. We're kind of holding back a little bit, waiting to see what the enemy DDs do, waiting to see what our DDs do, seeing how the map plays out. And it's not at all due to the fact that I was AFK for the first minute or so of the game. That definitely didn't play into it. That being said, we're looking to contest A a little bit. Obviously they're going to attempt to cap it, but we're going to try and see if we can do something about that. We do see the Missouri pushing in, but he doesn't pose much of a threat. Something interesting actually does happen in this game though, that happens, especially for newer DD players. It tends to happen a hell of a lot more, is that you kind of rush into a cap to an extent, and then you get dropped for the majority of your HP, which is going to happen here. I tend to recover pretty well in this battle. Obviously it's not going to happen every battle, but it's about how you play after the fact. You have to adapt and you have to change how you play after you lose so much of your... I see HP as like an insurance policy. The less you have, the riskier the game gets. And see, at this point now we see, I don't know what he was doing pushing that way. And even more to the fact, I don't know what our Z39 was doing. It was like, oh, let me, maybe he was playing for the enemy team. Let me smoke up and remove complete vision of him. So that kind of forces us to push out a little bit, just to get vision again and try and start shooting. Which means I get hit with the torp from the Seattle, I think. Which is a bit unfortunate, which means I end up dropping to about 5, I think it's 3k HP I end up dropping to it, all said and done. So we get first blood, which is always nice, but I'd rather have my... I don't know about this trade. Because having... Obviously that DD player wasn't very good, so I'd actually rather have my HP and let him wander about the map making derps than losing the majority of my HP and killing him. I don't think that trade-off's very good. We do see the Missouri pushing our head out, and we do try and throw some speculative torps, but she's already reversing. They're going to slightly miss. That being said though, it does put us in a good position now. We're up 2 DDs to 1 on this side of the map, and we can now try and push and kind of assert dominance on A and try and get a cap. But yeah, then Seattle decides to kill himself, which is always beneficial. The one thing I will say about the ship is that once you get the full armaments upgrade, especially the torpedo tubes, which I'm still working on at the minute. Haven't played much of this ship, but I'm liking what I've played so far. That being said, once you get the full torpedo tubes upgrades, I mean, obviously you have the modules, and then you have torpedo tube, the second torpedo tube upgrade, I think. I think it's like 2 million credits, and then obviously you can get more torpedo tubes upgrades with the captain skills. I think the cooldown goes down to something ridiculous, like 100 seconds or something like that, 110. It's absolutely ridiculous. This ship like doubles up as like a torp boat so beautifully. And a gunboat. So now we see the Mugabe pushing. Mugabe. The Mogami pushing in. Gonna dodge these torps, and then hopefully we're gonna get some torps off the Missouri, but we're seeing, my thinking is that he's obviously pulling away, so we're not gonna have much luck there. This Mogami isn't meant for this world, I don't think. And again, something to consider when you're shooting torps. You can sometimes shoot torps to make a ship turn a certain way. I mean, the way I'm shooting them here, if he turns out my direction, he's gonna have to start taking shots from the rest of the ships on my side of the map, just in order to avoid my ship or my torps. Holy shit, talking is hard. But yeah, that's something to keep in mind, especially when you're in like close ranges. If you're trying to duel another ship, especially cruisers, 1v1, and they're coming straight at you, you turn a little bit, shoot your torps straight at them, and it's going to force them to turn and show them open up their broadside. That's something I use a lot in the Minotaur. It's really effective for all those times you find yourself in a 1v1 on the Minotaur. So we're going to push in. They've all left the cap. We're going to cap A. And it's not looking too good at the minute. We're down 2 caps. I'm almost dead. We're down to BB. It's not looking too good. Now I know I can't take on the Atazuki, and it's a good thing he's behind that island. Otherwise, it wouldn't be good news for me. So my thinking now is lining up torps on the Missouri, because I think he's going to start turning in. Yeah, he's going to start. He sees that rune, and he's like, give me some of that rune. But I'm going to have a little surprise for him eventually. And this is kind of a risky game. I decided to smoke up here because one bad drop from the carrier, I'm dead. Like that. That could have been game over right there. Or even the fact one bad salvo from like a Missouri or a cruiser from long range could have been game over. So we're just taking some pot shots. Not really going to inflict much damage. Kind of hoping to get a fire, so if he uses damage con prematurely, it will work out really well for us. And obviously the aim here is to give the Missouri the least amount of time to react. That's why we're shooting him right beside the island. So he thinks he's safe, and then when he pops out to the other side of the island, bam. Torps right in his face. There's something I wasn't really expecting. Or maybe it was because I was playing this game late at night, or maybe there was some other reason. But something interesting happens right here. just keep watching. Oh my god. What the heck? The little Mogadar, he wanted to protect his Missouri, so he sacrificed himself. It's very strange because like these DDs it's just like they're completely unaware. Maybe they don't look at the minimap, but I'm not going to complain. And then Missouri dies from flooding, and now we're just opening up on the Atazuki. And you can actually see there how little damage I do. A 1v1 with Atazuki would not go well. Even now, like with how little HP he's left, I would still lose pretty handedly. So my goal now is just to get away. Hopefully not die. I think my heart skipped a beat right there when I seen him just pop up. Yeah, so it's always best to disengage. Live to fight another day. Like, generally in warships, if you play passive enough, obviously not too, like if you're gonna hang around A, like come on, but if you play generally fairly passive, you'll generally do pretty well. I said generally a lot. It's not that difficult to actually like rack up good damage or good XP. You just have to be like cognizant of what you're doing. You just take it calm, take it slow, and then just look around the map, see what's happening, and then make a decision. Don't just go autopilot. That's if you want to actually get better. If you're just playing for fun, just wander around whatever way you like. I should have AA off right here, but I don't for some reason. Again, smoke up. Probably should have died from this volley, but I didn't. A little bit of luck involved. Now I'm hoping right now that I can creep into B and start capping it. Hopefully the smoke will extend for that long. And these are pretty speculative torps I'm going to launch. Trying to hit anything at 9 kilometers isn't always... Without some kind of cover, it's not very likely. Even though the detection on these torps are only like 1.4 kilometers, which is really good. All I needed one more hit, and there we go. The only thing going against us right now is the points difference, which is really going to be tough to come back from. I gently relax out of the smoke for some reason, and now the priority is just either gunboating down the Azumo and capping B, which will put us in a really good spot. We get a bit lucky with our positioning, and we take out the Azumo. We get our Kraken. Now I'm not sure, I actually don't remember if I win this game or not. Now you think looking at this position we would win. I mean, like, we're capping a second point, there's 6 minutes left, they're down to 3 ships, and I think we do, but I'm not 100% certain. Oh no, wait. No, I don't think we do. Oh my god. I think if you look at A on the map, I think you're going to have a good inkling of why we're going to lose this game. So again, we're using the island to our advantage here. We're going to try and get some sneaky torps off right behind the island. I don't want to set up too much now. I obviously want to cap the point first, but I don't want to push it too far. So I see him pulling out. He's going to come around that island edge, and try and launch some other dodgy torps. Obviously, seeing how close he, like in retrospect, seeing how close he was to the edge already, I should have launched them maybe a little bit further out. But I think I did the best I could. Obviously, I didn't want to stay around too long. Yeah, they're gonna miss. I launched them too close to the island. But that being said, yeah, we just miss. That being said, here comes my favorite planes, and that's the end of the game for me. Now, I'm not sure. Obviously, I probably could have taken out the Buffalo, but I don't know if that would have changed much. Obviously, we do have the Jean Bart and the Prince Eugene on A for some magical reason. I'm not really sure why though. Obviously, they're going to take out the Nagato, but they're so far out of position now we can't actually catch up in points, even with having 2 caps. Because the Buffalo's going to push into A, and we're going to cap C, In a perfect world, this is what would happen from this position. They're going to cap C, or they're going to cap A, we're going to cap C, and then the points are just going to keep ticking up. There's 3 minutes left. They only need 120 points. We need, what, 520? Even taking up points twice as fast because we have 2 caps, we still can't catch them in time. So it's GG. Which is really disappointing because, well, I played so well. A win would have been really nice. So we take out the Nagato, and then we rush to C. I'm going to speed this up because, well, when I say we rush to C, our Prince Eugene just goes AFK for some reason, which is really interesting. And I think, obviously the bottle is going to A, and yeah, I think we lose
The enemy is about to win.
on points. And that's GG, boys.